Well, good day, kids, and Happy New Year. I hope that you find that 2021 um, feels different and is different because it is. It's a brand new year, and we get to, start over and be refreshed and renewed. So I'm super excited for what's about to come. And I'm really excited to be here with you and be able to share this story with you this week. So I want to begin with our old things that we used to do, traditions, where we come into the classroom and if it's a chilly day like it is today, we hang our coats and we get to play a little bit, and then it's time for circle time. So we all come to the rug and we sit there. And one of my favorite traditions is the God box. So first, let's take a couple of deep breaths. Let's get centered so that we can open our minds and our hearts and our ears to hear this story. So if you feel safe, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Smell the flower. And then blow the flower. And this time, see how long you can breathe in, then hold it for a second. Then when you blow the flower, see how slowly you can blow that flower. So we're going to breathe in, hold it for a minute, and then blow. I feel centered. You can do that any time of the day that you might feel upset or anxious or nervous or anything. And if you just want to come down and find that spot. In fact, let's do the God box. I'm sorry, I almost forgot. So we open up the God box, and inside is a feather. Where do feathers come from? Feathers come from birds. And what's inside of a bird? God. Here's a seashell. Where do seashells come from? The ocean. And what's inside the ocean? God. And here's a pine cone. Where do pine cones come from? Trees. And what's inside a tree? God. Oh, I see a rock. Here's a tiny rock. Where do rocks come from? The earth or mountains. And what's inside of a mountain? God. And the last thing is the candle. If you remember, it was a little circle candle, and we would turn it on the bottom. We would shine the light. So I'm going to set that down there so that it can shine the light, because inside the light is God. And this story I'm about to read is like that, because God can also be joy. So I'm going to read this story. I want you to sit back and enjoy. It's called The Best Hiding Place. The Creator was very pleased with the world. It was beautiful and full of many different living things. There were oceans and mountains and deserts and forests. Tiny creatures like ladybugs and giant creatures like blue whales and flying creatures like golden eagles lived there. And there were people who were now hiking up the mountains, swimming in the lakes, and climbing the trees and enjoying all of the beauty of the world. The Creator noticed how the people immediately got busy doing things, such as building bridges over the rivers and houses to live in. People were made with lots of energy and curiosity, so they were exploring and experimenting with their new ideas and creating things to play with and tools to work with. In fact, the people were so busy that the Creator was concerned. I see the people are busy learning and experiencing the world, but they are so busy they may forget. The Creator seemed quite worried, so one of the creative assistants tried to help. Well, what is it that you think that they will forget? The assistant asked. Well, they may forget the truth that they are always connected to the source of all life, the source of all joy and peace. They may even forget that there's only one source for all that is, the Creator explained. This was a very alarming thought, and the assistant jumped up and boldly said, "We have to do something." Yes, but we can't just hang up a sign somewhere that says, "Remember the joy." We need to find a place to put the truth where it is safe and can't be destroyed or lost or stolen or changed. It must also be available to everyone all the time, the Creator said. "Hide it in the tall mountain," the assistant suggested. "Well, not everyone can climb a mountain, and a storm could blow it away," the Creator replied. "You could put it in the trees," the assistant suggested. "Well, that's a good idea, but there are deserts and oceans and other places that have no trees. And besides, trees can die or be cut down. I mean, what would happen then?" the Creator said. The assistant had another idea. "Put it where they worship and pray. Put it in a church." Oh, the Creator smiled and asked, "But which one? And what about those people that don't go into churches?" The assistant was beginning to understand why the Creator was worried. There didn't seem to be a good hiding place for the most important truth. They kept trying, though, and after a while the assistant had a long list of possible hiding places that were considered and rejected. The list included at the end of the rainbow, inside of a seashell, in the sound of a baby's laugh, in the light of a star, in the power of a waterfall, and inside the brilliance of a diamond. But nothing was right. The creative assistant was getting discouraged. What if we gave the truth to just one person and asked them to share it? Well, but what if people don't believe what the person tells them? Every person needs to be able to remember the truth for themselves. Then the Creator smiled as a new idea came to life. What if each person could have the joy of knowing their connection with the Source and keep it with them at all times? What if we hid it deep within the soul of every single person? So even if they forget for a while, they can discover it again at any time. No one could take it away, nothing could destroy it or change it, and it wouldn't matter what was happening on the outside. The joy would always be there on the inside. The Creator and the assistant laughed and danced together with happy relief to have found the very best hiding place. Afterward, the creative assistant was rolling up the long list of possible hiding places to file away. The list was full of wonderful things that were all connected to the same source. The assistant slowly started to unroll the list, and thought came. Maybe there could be just a little hint of joy sprinkled in those places too. So, I love that. I love that. So, the questions for today. Have you ever, let me go back to it. Have you ever felt that joy was hidden from you? That's a really good question. And the answer for me is yes, because I I'm human and I forget sometimes that the joy is right inside. And so I although I'm finding my joy on my inside, it sometimes feels like it's on the outside. Maybe because I'm so happy with a friend, but then that friend moves away and I'm sad. Or I can't see that friend anymore because we can't go outside anymore so much and go play with our friends. And so I'm sad. And so for a minute, I thought my joy was connected to that person, but it's not. The joy is connected in here. So I can find joy in other things. I can even find joy in that person. I can remember that person. I can remember the good times that me and that person had. I can think about the good times that maybe we're going to have again. So I have felt like joy has been hidden, and that's been because I have forgotten. And the next question is, when you feel joy, do you want to share it? And if so, who do you share it with? And me, absolutely, I want to share it. And with who? Everybody I come in contact with. When I feel joy, I share it with the people. We don't see a whole lot of people, but we still sometimes go grocery shopping and things like this. And so I share it with anybody I come in contact with. I share it with y'all right now. I'm feeling joy from this story, and I'm sharing it with you. And so inside of us, right in the very inside. So I know that we pulled all those things out of the God box, and we all said that the feather has God and the seashell has God, but it also has joy, right? Each little thing, because it's all inside of us. Because the truth is, if you touch your heart and I say to you, do you feel that? That's your heart. What's inside your heart? And you would say, God. And inside your heart and inside your soul is God. And no one can take that away. You're always, always connected. Even when it doesn't feel like it, you're always connected. Even when I can't feel my heart, I don't feel my heart right now. I don't feel my heart beating, but it's connected. And I'm not thinking about right now, I am because I'm talking about it, but my breath. We breathe all day long. We don't think about it, but we're still connected to it. So even when you forget, you're still connected. And the best part about that is just like the story says, that when you remember or when someone reminds us, you can get reconnected. All right, well, that is the end of our lesson today. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I look forward to 2021 and uh, the possibility that we get together again. Because I found joy in our classroom, and I look forward to the joy that the classroom will bring again when we're all together. So, with that, how about we close with the prayer of protection? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, because God is inside, and all is well. I love you, kids. I miss you, kids. And I can't wait to see you. All right. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we'll see each other soon. All right. Bye bye.